Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Ray, and welcome back to my Sims 4 channel. Today I actually have a decently requested video to share with you guys, and this is actually still a build that I'm doing for my New Crest save. So this is my dream home. At least it's one of my dream homes. So basically, I have a plan to release several versions of my dream home, and this is just number one. But this is going to be part of my Building New Crest series, and I think I'm actually going to put my sim self in this house for my save, and I'm really excited about that. I think it'll be fun, and I plan to give my sim self a little makeover. If you guys would like to see a video like that, please do let me know down in the comments below. I've never done a cast video here on the channel before, mostly because I'm really bad at casts, at least without CC. So I actually disabled my CC in my game, and that is because someone actually left me a very helpful comment and explained to me why my builds were being flagged as containing CC when it didn't. So basically, the gallery is a little bit weird, and even though none of my builds contained any CC, they flagged it as containing CC just because I had CC in my game, which I think, in all honesty, is a little bit ridiculous. If I'm not putting it in my build, then I think it's really silly to flag it as that, but it is what it is. So I disabled my CC. I wasn't using it anyway. I know I haven't done any base game or limited pack builds, so not everybody is going to have every single item that I use in my builds, but I just don't want to do CC because that makes downloading my builds even more difficult. So I'm not going to use any CC in my builds, and that issue is fixed now. Disabling the CC in my game fixed the being flagged as containing custom content. So all of my builds from now on are easily accessible. So that is a big win. Thank you so much to the person who left me that comment. I really appreciate you, because oh my goodness, was I confused about that for the longest time. So let's talk a little bit about the build, shall we? So this build is a two-story house, as you can tell, and over here I have written down everything that it ends up containing, and this is like my dream home wish list, basically. It has 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. I don't really need a lot of bedrooms. I'm a single gal, so I just need 1 big bedroom and a bedroom to use as an office, basically. And I also really want 2 bathrooms, because I want a little guest bathroom and then my own bathroom. That's really important to me. And so what else do I have in here? Oh, I have a walk-in closet, which is so cool. Oh my gosh. It's not huge or anything, but it's just like a little small room, and I would love to have a walk-in closet. Your girl loves clothes, okay? I really like thrifting, so I need a big space for all of my clothing, and the closet that I have now, I'm thankful for it, but I could easily have an upgrade. I always want to be thankful for what I have, but at the same time I'm like, but you know, I do love clothes and it could be bigger. But I'm thankful to have a closet at all, because when I was really small, I did not have a closet. I had like a shelf basically that I kept all of my clothes on. So I'm grateful to have a closet now at all. This build also has kind of a screened in porch, as you can see. So the story behind that is, one, I'm really not good with sun, but I like sitting outside. And 2, I am allergic to mosquitoes. I think I've mentioned this a time or two in my builds before. So I really like being outside if the weather is nice, but I can't always do it, especially in the summer, because they will find me and I will blow up like a balloon in an allergic reaction to them. It is horrible. It's so bad. Thankfully, it hasn't happened yet this summer. I've gotten some regular bites, but I haven't had an allergic reaction yet, so I don't know what that's about, but I'm grateful. For those 2 reasons, I have always wanted kind of like a sitting room or a screened in porch. I just think that would be really, really great. Kind of a place where I can just look out the windows and watch nature, but still get like some work done. I think that would be so fun. And finally, there is a laundry room downstairs, and there is also a pool outside. It's not gigantic or anything. It's a pretty modest size, but I love it. I would love to have a pool IRL. I really like to swim, but I don't get to very often. So in case you haven't noticed, I am a total introvert. That is pretty common amongst people on YouTube. I think a lot of people assume that YouTubers are extroverts, and I don't really think that's super common. That's not to say that there aren't extroverts on YouTube, there definitely are, but I think a lot of people like me who just sit and play The Sims are introverted. But because I keep to myself so often, I don't like the idea of going to a public pool. There is just too many people, and people are also kind of gross, so so I don't really want to go to a public pool for that reason. And any other opportunity that I would have, oh my gosh, I'm speaking so fast again that my brain cannot keep up. Or my brain is going so fast that my mouth can't keep up. Strike that, reverse it. Any Willy Wonka fans out there? Anyway, I haven't been to a hotel in a long time. I haven't been on a vacation in a long time, and that's the other opportunity that I would have to swim. I really haven't been on a vacation since I got my dog Posey, and she just turned 9 in March. I just love that dog so much, and I just feel like nobody else would take as good of care of her as I would, and I would worry about her nonstop that it would ruin the vacation, so I just haven't gone on one. I do wonder if my dog would swim. I don't think she would. I think she could swim. I don't think she would like it because I did put her in a kiddie pool once, and she hated it. I think she thought of it as one big bath. And my girl does not like baths. Oh my gosh, she is horrible when it comes time to get a bath. She will run away from me. She is like shakes. She's so scared. It's like, it's just water, honey. Like, what's the problem? But I feel so bad when I have to give her a bath. But she's a Maltese Pekingese mix, and because of that, she has hair, not fur, so she doesn't shed, so she needs baths very frequently. And I feel so horrible. But I've talked about not totally random things. I was gonna say totally random things, but they've kind of related to the house. I just get sidetracked a little bit, but I'll go ahead and talk about the build for just a sec. So, as you can see, we have furnished the entire living room, and I really like the color scheme that I came up with. So you guys might be wondering, where is all the black? As you can see, there's a little bit of black, but there is also some color, and there's a lot of white as well, and that is for a very specific reason. I love all black. I wear all black. It's one of my favorite colors. That being said, I don't like all black in my house, and that is because I am slightly claustrophobic, and I don't think I would enjoy having an all black house. I think it would feel very closed in. So I utilized a lot of white walls as well, and I think it really looks nice. It's a nice balance of having some black feature walls just to express my personality and my own individual taste, but also feeling a little more open and not as squishy. Which is funny because I love squishy old homes, but at the same time, I just need the walls to feel light and airy, if that makes sense. So that is kind of what I ran with for the entire house. And you might also be wondering, where is the pink? Because I love pink. Pink and black are my two favorite colors right now. As you can see, there's a lot of pink behind me. And I thought about using a lot of pastel pink, but I decided that for this dream home, I wanted to go with a more realistic vision, something that would actually be attainable for me in real life. Well, here's the thing. I don't think I'd ever be able to afford a house like this, unfortunately, but something a little more realistic to the other vision that I have in mind, which I will work on in the near future. I don't want to say too much about it yet, but that is definitely going to be a not so realistic take on my dream home, and that might contain a lot more pink. But this is kind of like the grown-up version of my favorite colors. So you'll notice in the living room, I did kind of this rosy red color. It's not really pink. Well, I guess it's not really rose. Like a dusty rose, I don't know, but it's in that couch from the Book Nook kit. The Book Nook kit, which I love. I love the couches in that kit. They are amazing. I just could use them in every single build. The swatches are so good. I don't want to go on and on about how much I love kits because I don't always love them, but sometimes they do a really good job, the Sims team. Sometimes. But I used kind of a more grown-up version of pink throughout the house, but My office upstairs has a whole lot of pink, and so does my little ensuite that I created for myself. So there's still a lot of pink in this build. Even though I like black, black is probably my favorite color. Black and pink are tied, honestly. I do really like color. So it was important to me to incorporate black feature walls, color, warm toned wood is another thing that I really wanted. I love warm tone wood. I think it is so beautiful and it complements black very well. What else did I incorporate into the home? Oh yes, there are lots of pictures around the house because I love clustering photographs, like interesting photos around my rooms. So I did a lot of that. There's a big wall in the entryway by the stairs that I end up covering in photos, and it looks so good. I would love to have something like that in real life. It's so pretty. We're working on the dining area now, which I love. I just had to say that because it looks so good. I love that like sage green color. It's so pretty. And with the black and the warm toned wood flooring, oh, this is one of my favorite rooms in the entire house. So that is actually, the sage green is actually a metal texture apparently. So I for the longest time didn't know that it existed because I don't typically use a lot of metal in my builds. That's a little more industrial for my taste, but I didn't really think it looked too metal to use in the house, so I decided to do that. And I think it looks really, really good in here. I love this room. I know I've said that already, but I adore it. It's so cute. I don't remember what rug I end up using. Oh, I used the Book Nook kit rug. I'm so sorry. It's my dream home, so I'm gonna use one of my favorite packs, the Book Nook kit, everywhere. So I used that rug multiple times. It's my favorite and I love every shade, but we're working on the laundry room now. I just have always wanted a laundry room. And I also like that it kind of serves as a mud room from the backyard. That was super cool. And I love this tile that I used from Growing Together. It matches the walls to the floor and it's so nice. It's so nice. I love it. I'm pretty happy with how this house turned out. Usually when I build my dream home, there's something that I'm like not totally satisfied with. And there is one thing, but it's not, well, I was gonna say it's not my fault. To my knowledge, it isn't my fault, but it could be. And I'll show you when it comes up. I don't know if I've showed it already. I've been blabbering so much that I might not have noticed, but I'll show it to you in a minute. Basically, I did this really cool like overlooking area so you can like look down into the entrance to the house from the second floor, and it's really cool, but the roof clipped and just totally ruined the vibe. I was so upset. Here's that feature wall that I was talking about with all of the framed artwork, just some interesting prints, and of course I put the plumb bob in there, which was awesome. I had to get some Sims love in this game, and I think I use it in the office too. I'm just really obsessed with that right now. I think because I like green a lot right now for some reason. But yeah, I've always wanted a house where you could kind of go up to the second floor and look down into the lower level like this, and it was really good at first. I had fixed the problem originally, but I don't know how I fixed it. I have no clue. So then it came up again and I couldn't fix it. So if you guys happen to know how you can fix the roof from clipping like that, I would be so grateful. I have tried moving it in a smidge. I've tried decreasing the trim on it. I've tried everything. Trust me. I've tried everything logical that involves like moving back the roof pieces and everything, and that's just not working. It's definitely because of looking down into like the entrance, but oh, it makes me so mad just looking at it. Because it's so pretty. Look at how beautiful that is. So if you guys know how to fix that, please do let me know, because I kind of want to fix it before I post it to the gallery if I can. So it's probably not going to be up quite yet. If you want to download this, I literally don't know who would want to put this in their game because it's just so tailored to my personal taste, but I totally will still put it up on the gallery if anybody out there wants it. Right here on the landing, I really wanted an Instagram area. I should have put that in the things that this house features. That is something on my wish list. I always wanted a cute little area in my house that looks really aesthetically pleasing with a big mirror, full-length mirror that will capture my entire outfit for Instagram. So like I mentioned, I love clothing and I really like sharing my outfits on Instagram. I haven't done it in a while because honestly, this Sims channel has kind of taken over my entire life in the best way possible. So I haven't done it in a little while, but I love clothes and I love putting together outfits. So taking Instagram photos would be so awesome and so easy in a full-length mirror in my house, but I just don't really have like an aesthetic area in my home that I'm currently in. Not like that. I don't know how to explain it. Well, first of all, I don't have a full-length mirror. I do, but it's really skinny. It doesn't actually capture my whole outfit in a photo, unfortunately. But I just don't have like a designated Instagram area, and I wish that I did. So I had to put that at the top of the landing on the second floor, and I really like how it turned out. I did use a different mirror at first, but since we're in the bedroom, you will see me swap out mirrors. I end up using the mirror that I put on the landing in here, and I put the big, beautiful mirror from Basement Treasures, the Basement Treasures kit, in that area instead, this one here, and I love that mirror so much. Look at how beautiful that area is. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. And for this room, I was thinking about doing a lot of pink, a lot of light pink, but I kind of just wanted a cozier vibe in this room. And the thing about my dream home is I don't really have anything specific in mind in terms of decor. It's just kind of something that's like, I know it when I see it, and this room was that. I love warm toned lighting for coziness at night. So I use these lamps from Seasons. They are my absolute favorite. Or is this bed from Seasons too? No, this bed is from Eco Lifestyle. And I just really liked the yellow pillow on there and the like darker wood tone frame. And I just thought it was cozy. I thought it was really cozy and just sweet. Like I would love to lounge around in this room. I also gave myself a big TV because I love television and I have to watch my YouTube videos before I go to bed. I literally fall asleep to YouTube now and watch it all night long. So first I start out, I have a routine right now. It'll change because things change over time for me when it comes to my YouTube videos. But for right now, I start out catching up on speed builds. So that will be some of the bigger Sims YouTubers, so like Little Simsy and Deligracy. But I also like to catch up on some of my smaller Sims YouTubers, kind of like in my same range or a little bit higher, a little bit lower, that sort of thing. So I'll catch up on stuff like that. And then I transition into Not Real Name, Not At All. And if you guys aren't familiar with that channel, they have a Five Nights at Freddy's channel. I don't think it's exclusively Five Nights at Freddy's, but they mainly post about Five Nights at Freddy's. And they make the most excellent like Five Nights at Freddy's theory videos, but also just like talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, dissecting Five Nights at Freddy's. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I have a poster behind me. Is that pointing to the poster? Yeah, we're not flipped. Sometimes my view is flipped, so I was like, am I pointing to the right area? Yeah, I have a Five Nights at Freddy's movie poster. It is my special interest. I adore it. I have loved it since the first game came out. It's just, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. It's a little bit of a problem, and it became worse once the movie came out because they put Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard in it. So obsessed. What was my point? How did I get to talking about Five Nights at Freddy? Not Real Name, Not At All. That's why. They just make really great videos on Five Nights at Freddy's, and they have the most wonderful voice. It's so soothing to me. So I watch their videos, and then I transitioned to sleep stories if I start to get really tired and I want to actually fall asleep, because sometimes the Not Real Name, Not At All videos can be like too interesting and they could keep me up a little bit. So I watch sleep stories by this guy named Stephen Dalton, and if you guys have trouble sleeping, I recommend looking up his channel and giving it a try because I really like his videos. He has a very nice soothing voice and he tells a little story to make you sleepy, and then he transitions to like ambient noises. So my favorite are the rain ones. I love listening to like heavy rain minus the thunder because my doggy does not like the sound of thunder, and neither do I, to be quite honest. The sound of thunderstorms really makes me anxious. So that is my sleepy time routine in case anybody out there is curious. I have a really hard time sleeping and an especially hard time falling asleep. So that is definitely my routine, and that is why I needed a television in my dream bedroom. I'm so sorry. I actually just had a cup of coffee. It was my second cup today, which is not bad for me. I usually have about 3 or 4. But I think the caffeine is kicking in, so that's good and bad at the same time. Good for me, it's making it really easy to get through the commentary, but bad for you because I'm super hyper. And I'm also just excited about this build. This is the office, and the office, oh, it's so beautiful. I wasn't sure at first about the pink and the white and the black. At least, like, I wasn't sure about the ratio of it. Does that even make sense? The main issue is I wasn't sure about the curtains and the couch. I was like, do I want the couch to be pink or do I want it to be black? Do I want the curtains to be black or do I want them to be pink? Once I finally settled on that, the room came together very quickly and I had a great time. It's so pretty. I love it. It's better than what I have now. Not by much. I mean, this room's pretty. I really like it, but I would like to have a black feature wall. I think that would be super nice. But I did want to mention that for this room, I have this big table that I used. It's a dining table, not a desk, because I wanted a really, really spacious one. So I gave myself the really nice like streaming computer, and then I gave myself a little TV to represent a second monitor. And then I put a speaker to represent like a gaming computer. I don't have a gaming computer, I just play on my Mac, but I would love to have a gaming computer in my dream home. But where was I going with that? Oh yes, I remember. While I was putting that area together, I had trouble figuring out, did I want that to be black or pink? And ultimately, I decided on having the wall behind me be pink, and I put so much thought into this because I cannot have a black feature wall behind me because you won't be able to see my hair. You'll just see head if I have a black feature wall behind me. So if I ever have a feature wall, it's gonna need to be pink. Because that would be quite the issue. Funny story, I recently found out that my hair is black. My whole entire life, I thought it was brown, dark brown, and my hairdresser recently told me that it's actually black. So that's interesting. I kind of had like a little bit of a crisis. I'm like, I've identified as a dark-haired girly, a brown-haired girly my entire life, and now you're telling me I have black hair. I'm like, what? But I don't know. Now I'm like kind of into it. I'm kind of cool with having black hair. Mostly it's starting to get a little bit gray now. I'm not gonna lie. You guys can't tell, thankfully, yet, but I think that's the thing about having dark hair is, this is my natural hair color, by the way. I've never dyed it once in my life. And the thing about having dark hair is this is such a dark canvas that the grays are just so visible so quickly. The good thing is I have one really thick, really bright, like silvery gray hair, and it's helping me keep track of my hair growth. Because it was really short for the longest time, and now it's like about here. So I'm holding on to that one. The thing is I'm kind of okay with going gray. It's just that if I'm gonna go gray, I'd kind of like to go all the way. There's that failed rap career again. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I either want all black hair or all gray hair. Either way is fine with me, but please one or the other. I don't like the in-between. But here we are working on this little walk-in closet. It's not huge. It's a nice size, and I really like it. So I put this gorgeous full-length mirror in here, and I used all of these Dream Home Decorator modular pieces to create this walk-in closet, and I put this little pink chair. It's really pretty. I like it. It's simple. There's not a lot to it, but I just want a decent sized walk-in closet. That's all I want. Right now I have one of those that like pulls open. It has like a sliding door. I don't know what it's called. I never know what anything is called. But we're working on the exterior right now. Let's just move on to that. So I decided to put in some, I think they're called dormers. Do I know what that's called? I hope I'm right. I hope they're called dormers. I think they are. So I decided to just make some myself. They're purely for the aesthetic, but I like it. I felt like the roof just needed a little something to it, and it really pulled the house together, I think. The exterior is something that I'm not quite satisfied with. It looks good, I think, but I'm not sure if it's 100% me yet. So the thing that I didn't like about it in the end was all the white. So it's kind of the opposite of the interior where I want white. I don't know that I should have kept all the white on the exterior. It's a decent balance of darker colors and the lighter colors. I think I could have tried doing black as the accent to kind of tie it all together, but I was just a little nervous to change all of it and then not like it and then have to do it all over again because I put a lot of work into adding all of these white details. So I was like, let's just leave it how it is and we'll just add some more black in with some other things. So you can see that I do put in a white fence. I change it. I end up going with hedges in the front yard and then a big black fence in the backyard. One of the things that I wanted to do with the backyard is it's very closed off. In real life, I very much value my privacy, so I wouldn't want anybody to be able to just walk into my backyard. I would want it to be very gated off and closed up tight. You can walk up to the front if you want to, but I want the back to be very private. So we end up going with this from Horse Ranch, and then I add the gates on both sides, so that way it's nice and private for me. And I really like how... What? Did I give a thumbs up? What did I do? Oh my god, I hate that feature so much. It's so stupid. Anyway, so this is where we add in the pool, and it looks really good in here. I don't add a whole lot of pools into my builds, and I think it's just because I've never had one, so I don't really know how to put together a really nice pool area. It's easier to do when it's for me because it's like there's nobody else that this is for. You know, like when I make builds that are just like general builds, they're not for anyone specific, I kind of want to impress you guys. I really care about your opinion and value it, so I try not to build what I'm unfamiliar with sometimes because I don't want it to turn out bad, which is probably really dumb. I should branch out and do things that I'm not familiar with so I can get familiar with it, but that's my like little secret that I have, is I don't always like doing that. But I should practice more. I think it turned out pretty good, to be honest. Again, it's just less pressure when you're building for yourself because you're like, if it's weird, it doesn't matter because it's for me, and if I like it, that's cool. That's the only thing that matters. So in terms of landscaping, I don't keep these little, I never know what to call them. They're like bushes, but they're tall bushes. I don't know anything, but I keep those, but I move them, I think, to the front of the stairs, and then I redo this landscaping. I just add a bunch of flowers. I toy around with the color scheme of them quite a bit, but we end up going with white and purple because the other color scheme that I did was just like too colorful, too bright. I didn't like it. I wanted to do, oh wait, I'm gonna interrupt myself because I wanted to explain what I'm doing here. So from the outside, it looked best with two windows. It looked really weird without a window, but from the inside, I didn't want a window. So when that happens, I cover the side that doesn't contain a window up with ivy, so you can imagine that there was a window there. That's a little tip for you guys, okay? It makes it look like the window was just sneakily covered up by this really nice ivy that perfectly grew over the side of your home in the window. Yeah, I do that all the time. It's just to compensate for not planning out my build enough. But I like it. I think it turned out cool because I like ivy. I was saying something before that. Oh, I think I remember what I was going to say. I hope I'm right. There is a airplane flying by right now. It was really low too, so that's cool. One of the things that you guys should know about me is that I am not very good with gardening. I think I've mentioned this before. I just don't like really being outside. I don't like bugs, I don't like dirt. I like the crisp, clean air, and I like watching nature, but I don't like the way nature makes me feel. I don't like dirt, I don't like bugs, I don't like being hot, I don't like sweating, so I'm not a very good gardener, and I really don't like to garden. I wanted my landscaping to be really simple. I would imagine that I could just very easily go out and just water these flowers that I have around the house, or just let nature do its thing and have it rain, and there you go. But I also ended up putting some planter boxes out on the back porch, the one on the second level, because I thought, you know what? I probably could plant little things in planter boxes. Maybe grow like some strawberries or something like that, some herbs. I think I could handle that. I think we could get that done. I like the idea of growing things. I just don't think I'd be very good at it. Oh, so I totally forgot to mention that we also have a hot tub in this build. I don't think this would be functional, but I did this really cool thing with platforms where there's like 3 steps up to the hot tub, and I really like it. I think it looks so cool, very visually appealing, and I gave myself this little umbrella because, again, I don't like sun, so I thought I would just go out into the corner of that hot tub and be underneath the umbrella, which would be awesome. I would love to have a hot tub in real life, like seriously, especially during the winter. I would love a hot tub. Oh my gosh. I love a good bath, like a good hot bubble bath. So that would be right up my alley. Again, I really need to just like go on a trip and go to a hotel with a nice hot tub and a nice pool. That would be amazing. But I'm not going to leave my baby. There's no way. I love my dog more than life itself, okay? I know I'm a little bit crazy, but I adore her, and she's not going to be here on this planet nearly long enough, so I'm going to soak up every single minute that I have with her. So now we're working on this cute little outdoor dining area, just something super simple, enough space for me to have like the 3 people that I actually value in my life. That is so sad. I don't have a whole lot of friends, but the friends that I have mean the world to me, okay? So that's what I'll say about that. Right now we're doing some terrain paint, and pretty soon we'll be coming up on the screenshots, I believe. I don't remember doing anything else out here. Oh, I think I go around trying to see if I wanted to put anything underneath the hedges, and we do some terrain paints, and then there's something that I do. I put this one corner looked super bare, so even though I have a laundry room, I end up putting the clothesline out there because, you know, I thought it would be cool to have both. To have the option to either do your laundry inside with a laundry machine or just set your clothes outside in the breeze. I think that'd be really cool if you just don't feel like using some extra water power that day. And it looks good in this corner. I think it looks really cute. Oh, and we put the wash tub out there too. I thought it was just the clothesline. Cool. So we are finishing up now, just adding a few details, a few more flowers, that sort of thing. I added these lights out front and I like them, but I kind of wish that we had a single light. I don't know if we do, and maybe I just don't have a pack that has it, but I'm not totally satisfied with those. I just don't like the 2. I don't like the 2 lights, but I think it would be really nice in real life to have lights like that out front. I just think they're really charming and they give off like a park vibe to them. And I always think that people who have those outside of their house are rich. I have some people in my neighborhood that have those, and they have these big gorgeous houses that I could never afford. So every time I see those lamps, I'm like, those people, they got money. But we're working on the upstairs porch right now. I did add this sliding glass door. Earlier on in the build, I had just a regular door and I just didn't care for it. I felt like we needed some windows here, so I was like, I'll add the glass door. That kind of fixes the problem because I didn't like the way just windows looked in this area. So that really helped, I think. Open it up and add some more light. I can still see the trim, but we are onto the screenshots now, you guys. So thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this extra chatty speed build with me all hopped up on caffeine. If you've made it all the way to this point, please comment down below what you would like to have in your dream home. I'm super curious about that. Please be sure to like the video, and if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to come back and continue to hang out with me. I hope you all are having a really fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.